Let's begin with a breaking update as far as the demand for a ban on Bajfrang Dal that has found a mention in the Congress party manifesto. But quoting PFI's political wing, the SDPI spills the beans on the certain pact between the Congress and the SDPI. Will they be backing the Congress party now? That seems to be a confirmation coming from the SDPI as the Bajfrang Dal showdown that has spiraled as the activists in the protest. We are told that will be taking place today as well. However, the BJP continues to call out the Congress party based on its manifesto, saying that this time around, those who chant Bajrang Bali are now being targeted and have been calling out on appeasement politics of the Congress party. We've seen that statement that came out from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But are there any backdoor talks that continue to happen? If in case the Congress party needs any support from other political parties, it seems that the SDPI is not ruling out a pact with the Congress party. Now, if this is such kind of double standards on part of the Congress party, because here in its manifesto, they continue to mention the PFI and the Bajfrang Dal causing communal enmity and have been mentioned in the same sentence in the manifesto.
No, it is not the point of backing Congress, but initially we have planned to contest in 100 places, but after that we have dropped that plan because the field is very fertile for the Congress and BJP can lose the election in this time. And because of that, we have decided to contest very in limited seats. Let the BJP defeat in Karnataka and let the other parties capture power in Karnataka. That was our intention, and because of that, we have dropped the other places and we limited our seats only for 16 places.
All right, my colleague Deepak is joining us live on the broadcast. Deepak, this is of course a rather shocking confirmation coming in from the side of the SDPI, and very interestingly it's coming a day after the Congress demanded a ban on the Bajfrang Dal. The dichotomy very clear for everyone to see. On one hand they say ban Bajfrang Dal, and on the other they want to have a backdoor deal with the SDPI. SDPI confirming that they are going to fight only 16 seats, and in the rest of the seats they are going to openly not only support but also campaign for the Congress party.
Yes, and more importantly, we should here note that the SDPI, of course, initially planned to contest about 100. The plan now to contest only 16, out and out, they say that it is to defeat the BJP, and they see and they sense that as of now the Congress could have a chance to win in Karnataka, and they do not want to ruin that chance. And they're saying that they will back secular parties, Congress and the JDS as well. And in any of the seats where they're not contesting, their party workers will go on to do door-to-door campaigns as well, asking the people to vote for the winnable candidate from a secular party, that is the Congress or the JDS, is what officially the National General Secretary of the SDPI, Mr. Elyas Thumbe, was speaking to Times Now, has said. He's of course also hit out at the Congress party in his manifesto for talking about the ban on the PFI, and says that this is an indirect way to try and appease the Hindus as well. But when you look at the entire situation that's panning out over even the ban on the Bajfrang Dal that has been proposed in the manifesto by the Congress party, the SDPI of course backs that aspect. More importantly now going on to say that to defeat the BJP we're going to back the Congress party. It shows that there are a lot of parties which are coming together, which could the ulterior intention of course is to defeat the BJP, and whether the Congress is okay with this sort of support, we'll really have to see. I'm standing of course outside Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, the AICC President's residence here in Kalburgi. We'll of course try and put this question to him as well to see how the Congress responds to this particular statement that has come in from the National General Secretary of the SDPI.
Right, reaction from the Congress's side still awaited, but Deepak, take us through of course some big takeaways from that exclusive interview we just ran. SDPI is obviously confirming that they are going to support the Congress party, and what needs to be underlined is not just the support. The SDPI also saying that they have told their cadre in certain seats to go and campaign door to door for the Congress party.
Yes, they've said that, in as many words, and they've said that, the initial plan was dropped, that is to contest about 100 seats. Of course, this announcement had come in a few, weeks ago as well. Some of them, of course, had even gone ahead and decided to file their nominations as well. Some withdrawing those nominations, some deciding not to put in the nominations at all. They're saying that they are strong in a few of the seats that they're contesting, and the others which they believe that the only thing that they could do is dent the hopes of the Congress party, because we should understand, as far as SDPI is concerned, they largely focus on the minority votes, and the minority votes of course could be a game changer in many of these constituencies where for the Congress party, and for even if the SDPI eats up a handful of those votes, the Congress candidate could lose, or the JDS candidate there could lose. And they're saying that because the land looks fertile as of now for the Congress party, they want to back some of these candidates through door-to-door campaigns as well from the SDPI workers themselves.
Well, absolutely. And Deepak, stay with us. We have Tanveer Ahmed of the JDS also on this super exclusive, which we are playing only on Times Now. Morning, sir. Thank you for joining us on Times Now. This is the big exclusive, sir, which we are playing out. SDPI is confirming that they are going to back not just the Congress, but the JDS as well. What do you have to say, sir, first of all, about the SDPI? Are you welcoming the SDPI? You want the SDPI, to campaign for you, considering that it's coming just a day after Congress says they are going to go ahead and ban the Bajfrang Dal?
See, SDPI is a political party. Decision they take, and we absolutely have no say. We never had any meeting with SDPI. We never asked for their support. If there is a cadre, it is their prerogative what they want to do. But however, we as a political party would definitely like to distance from anything and everybody who has who doesn't have a national interest. So
apologies, I'm interrupting you. Apologies, I'm interrupting you. But it seems rather interesting that you say that you want to distance from the SDPI, but at the same time, you welcome them supporting your party. How does it make sense, sir?
See, in electoral politics, when you are going to vote, it is your choice, right? Who you want to vote and who you don't want to vote and who you want to support. If SDPI is... it is their party's understanding. They need to really make a decision. We have never asked for it, and if at all they are doing it, is their choice.
Yeah, it's a very interesting reply, sir. You say that you want to distance from the SDPI, yet you want to welcome their campaigning. That really... I'm sure you also understand and see the dichotomy here, sir. Why don't you stay with us? Listen exactly to what, the SDPI spokesperson had to say to us, and then I'll come back to you. We'll take another question. Listen into that reaction first, sir.
No, it is not the point of backing Congress, but initially we have planned to contest in 100 places, but after that we have dropped that plan because the field is very fertile for the Congress and BJP can lose the election in this time, and because of that we have decided to contest very in limited seats. Let the BJP defeat in Karnataka and let the other parties capture power in Karnataka. That was our intention, and because of that we have dropped the other places and we limited our seats only for 16 places.
All right, my colleague Deepak is still live with us. Deepak, this is very interesting that JDS on one hand says that we want to distance from the SDPI, but on the other, they want to welcome the sort of support which the SDPI wants to give them. What about the Congress? Any word coming in from the Congress? Because it's very interesting, once again, Congress, of course, wants to call Bajfrang Dal an organization which spreads hate, was comparing it with PFI yesterday. Today, it's the SDPI which is spilling the beans on the so-called Pact, saying and confirming that they are going to back the Congress and are even going to campaign for the Congress party.
Well, we at Times Now, put out this aspect, a few weeks ago itself, where the state president of the SDPI, in as many words, had in fact confirmed to us that, while there is no outright understanding or a pact this time around, but there are many Congress and JDS legislators who reached out to the SDPI for support. Now, another SDPI leader, top leader here, confirms that, they're even going to do door-to-door campaigns for the Congress and the JDS. The JDS, right now, we just heard the spokesperson say that, it's the SDPI's choice and they do not entertain it. As far as the Congress is concerned, we've seen some of the Congress leaders in interviews 2 times now itself who have said that they want the support of the SDPI. They should come together and back the Congress party. And today we have the SDPI's National General Secretary who's confirming this, and he's saying that instead of contesting 100 seats, instead of denting the hopes of the Congress party, which is looking good at the moment. We want to back them up, and we will continue to do that, and that's the reason they're only contesting 16 seats. So it's a big revelation that's coming ahead of the elections. The Congress, of course, we are going to try and speak to the AICC president himself. We're standing outside his house at the moment. Any moment now he's expected to step out, and we will of course put this question to him about what he feels about this particular statement coming from the SDPI, and of course all the other developments that are taking place in the state.
Well, absolutely. And Deepak, as you rightly mentioned, the Cong SDPI link, it's not the first time that it's come to the fore. Earlier also, we've had prominent leaders of the Congress party, leaders from Karnataka itself, who have very openly come out and have said that they want the SDPI to support them.
Yes, and we should, note that be it Mr. M.B. Patil, who has been the campaign committee chief, be it Mr. G. Parmeshwara, who's of course been the head of the manifesto committee, both of them of course on record have said this in the past, that they want the support of the SDPI, and now the SDPI is giving it to them. So on the other hand, the manifesto talks about a ban on the PFI, that is of course the organizational wing of the SDPI. Do these things sit in order when you say ban an organization and then have this political wing of that organization back you, ask for backing on the other hand, now them confirming that they're going to back the Congress and the JDS. This of course will probably be taken up even by the BJP. We'll have to see what sort of sharp responses comes in from them, and what sort of defense comes in from the Congress as well.